Good evening. Thank you so much for having me. I'm the project manager at the Poverty and Environment Trust. We believe that alleviating poverty and protecting the environment are inextricably linked. We're a small team with big ambition. Tonight, I'll be telling you about our lead project, which is the Community Energy Revolution. We all know the climate crisis is a great threat and challenge, but the UK is way off track in meeting its climate targets. So 13.6% is the amount of our energy currently provided by renewable generation. Why is it so low? Well, it's mainly because our heating and transport are almost completely powered by fossil fuels at present. So we urgently need a lot more electricity generation, and we need it to be from renewables. The great news is that community energy has huge potential to help. Community energy is where groups of local people, like these ones here, get together and raise funds to build things like solar panels on local buildings, wind turbines in local fields, and hydro units in local rivers. They're mostly volunteer run, and they sell the power that they generate to large utilities, mainly, and then those utilities sell it on to us as customers. There are several hundred of these groups across the UK at present. And as well as generating renewable energy, these groups do lots of great things to help their local communities. So these are solar panels, the solar panels of Repower Balcombe in West Sussex, who have used the excess income that they've made to provide this local food bank with energy efficient fridges, which has boosted access to nutritious food, saved money, and reduced energy waste. So think of the enthusiasm for a sustainable society that this kind of thing creates amongst local people. So it all sounds great, doesn't it? The problem is these community energy groups are struggling. We have harsh energy policy, and it's meant that community energy has seen no growth in 6 years. But the potential for growth is huge. Now, I like graphs. I often think that the truth is in the numbers. And here, the yellow bar on the left shows where we are at. So community energy currently generating capacity of around 300 megawatts of electricity, which is about 0.5% of the UK's entire electricity generation. But look at the potential. So the middle bar is based on a 2014 government report that said, with the right enabling policy, by 2020, community energy could have grown tenfold. And the bar on the right is based on an inquiry last year that was done by the Parliamentary Environmental Audit Committee. And that shows what community energy could grow to by 2030, a nearly 20-fold increase on where it's at now, again, given the right enabling policy. A 20-fold increase would make community energy about 10% of the UK's entire electricity generation. And that's not the upper limit by any means. We know from our research and case studies that there is appetite for doing this everywhere. People want to be part of the transition to sustainability, and community energy can allow them to be whilst creating local benefits. So what's the solution? Community energy schemes need to be able to sell their power directly to local customers. If this happened, then we could have towns like this one. This is Wilpolstried in Germany. It generates more than 3 times the energy it uses, and all of that is renewable energy. So we have drafted the local electricity bill, and we've had it introduced into Parliament. If made law, it would establish a right to local supply, which would enable community energy schemes to sell their power locally, making new schemes financially viable and thus realizing the huge potential for more of them. To see the bill made law, we need the support of well over half of Parliament, probably around 400 MPs from experience, which would lead to the required support from the government. And so far, we have 302 MPs backing the bill, and that's from a wide cross-party basis. So that's nearly half the House of Commons. This has happened because of the mass grassroots advocacy that we have been organising across the country. Now, we find overwhelmingly that people want to act to help their communities and the environment, and we provide them with meaningful opportunities to do so. We've also brought together over 100 local authorities and a coalition of 80 national organisations in support. Additionally, We've been coordinating advocacy within Parliament. So here is 2 cross-party backed debates on the bill that we organised. Now, all this has led to us starting to work directly with ministers and Whitehall civil servants. We are close now, and we have a very real chance of success, but we are not there yet. We have got this far by giving tailored advocacy assistance to thousands of people who have written to their MPs. Some have even met with their MPs, but this is a complex topic. And so we also run training sessions and give people specific advice and support. We take people beyond template letters and click signing a petition. It's not glamorous work, but my gosh, is it effective? And that's what we need funding for. My small team work tirelessly, and it takes a lot of time. Your donation would ensure we can ramp up this work. We can build more grassroots and parliamentary support and get this bill through and into law. We can win this. My colleagues and I have successfully led similar campaigns before, so we know. Campaigns such as the law that created the doorstep recycling collection in 2003, and also the campaign for the Climate Change Act, which has led to the UK closing almost all of its coal power stations and construction of the largest offshore wind farms in the world, like this one off the coast of Yorkshire. Both those successes came about because of coordinated, nationwide grassroots advocacy, just like what we're organising here. So I hope you can support us in bringing a brighter future for our communities and the natural world. Thank you.